getting better, babe. I'm shiny right now. Shiny as hell.
It's already recording, babe.
I know. So hey, everybody, we're
Hey,
back.
everybody.
Hello. I'm
Hello.
I'm Brandon. I'm in America right now.
And I'm Hajara. I'm in Uganda. It's been a while. We hope everyone is doing fine,
Yeah,
babe.
yeah. It has been. It has been a while. I'm glad
Yeah,
that we're back. We missed you guys.
I
Uh,
missed you.
this is
We've
how
been
we're going to be
trying.
doing our podcast going forward, since we're not, physically together anymore. But I think this is pretty cool with us side by side.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how we can be talking and being side by side and keep on recording. So
hmm
here we are.
So what are we talking about today?
So today, I just want to ask you, how did you know? Always the one
How
who's
did I
like,
know?
have it?
Um, I don't know. How did I know? I think I,
Mm.
I think I bumped my head one day, and I bumped my head too hard.
It must be because I wouldn't marry me. I wouldn't marry me.
Mm.
Eh.
No, I mean, but I knew towards the end of the first trip uh, that you were the one, and I wanted to
Aw.
marry you. Yeah, that's why I asked you what your ring size was, because I was going to start looking for an engagement ring. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to come back for a second trip and do it longer. So it's not just, 2 weeks, but a whole month.
Mm.
I was going to plan to propose to you in that month and get married to you in that month. You know, if
I know,
everything
but
went all
how?
right.
I know, like when you ask, if you ask me, like, how did I know? You are the one. I'll be like, well, I didn't have a choice. All my choices were gone, and I didn't have any other
So you settled. Is that what you're saying for? You just settled for what was left over. I'm the leftover.
I'm joking. But I knew you were the one because you're such a gentleman. You are such a caring, loving man.
Well,
And
I
it
try.
was easy. It was easy. It was easy to love you, and it was easy for you to get the same feelings back. Like it wasn't forced. Like you feel
Yeah,
like
it didn't
it's,
feel like we were working hard. It was just happening. It was
yeah,
easy.
it
It
was easy.
wasn't.
It was
Yeah, it
really
wasn't hard for us
automatic.
to be around each other all day long and not kill each other
I
most of
don't
the
kill
time.
each other. Most of the time, yeah. Most of the time, we don't really feel like killing each other. And we're friends, like we joke a lot. So it was really, really easy to make that decision.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, so we had to make a decision at the beginning of the trip. We had
Yeah, we
to
had,
decide when the civil union was going to be.
yeah, we actually registered for marriage before we could even get engaged.
Yeah,
How
we did
how
it
rare
backwards.
is that?
Yeah, we did it the opposite way because of there's a waiting
Everything we did
period.
was the opposite.
Yeah. So we actually signed up for the civil wedding. We had to wait. It was like 21 days or 22 days, something like that.
Yeah, because at the URSP here in Uganda, you have to put a notice of 21 days. And since Brandon was going to be here for only 30 days, and if you don't have to wait for those 21 days, there is a fee you pay. So I'm like, no, you don't have to pay for this fee. We could just buy alcohol in this money.
hmm So, most of the times when guys, propose or they're getting married, they want to surprise their lady. make it a surprise. But Hajara, she knew from the very beginning on the trip what was going to happen, what was going on. She started asking me, "Where's the ring? I know you have the ring somewhere." And I'm like, "I don't
Did I
have a
ask you
ring."
that really?
Yes, you did several
I
times.
did. Well, I tried to look for the ring that I did, but I was not seeing it. I
I
mean,
had to
I
hide it
stay in
real
this
good.
house. I stay in this house every day, but I couldn't find that ring.
Hmm.
Yeah, you hid it somewhere. Who
So
told you to hide the ring, by the way?
me, because I know my wife. I know you too well. You're too nosy.
Yeah, I tried to look for it, but
So
I could.
I guess there wasn't. I had to try to create an element of surprise uh, somehow, even though she knew it was coming. I didn't want her to know exactly when it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I had waited almost towards the end, like maybe like what, like maybe a week
The
or
third
maybe
week.
3 or 4 days before we were supposed to have the civil union is
I
when I
think of
proposed.
because we got married on the 17th of October, and then we got engaged on the 17th and we got married on the 26th
So we were engaged for about a week, and
for
then we
like
got
a
married.
week.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it was a very short engagement.
It was a very short engagement because we didn't have a lot of time with the waiting for the civil wedding, and then we registered, and then we are like, okay, let's wait. And I'm like, well, babe, if this day reaches where we had set for that wedding and you haven't yet proposed, there is no way I'm getting married. You have to propose to me. And like, I'll propose. You just give me some time. And I was like, okay, you better. But yeah, the
Yeah, because we were even planning and preparing for the civil union, and I still hadn't proposed. Now what happened? Now it's just me. She disappeared on me, y'all. Ajara is doing magic tricks now. Let's see what happened. I need to re-invite her. Yeah, I know what it is. How do we pause this bad boy? We're just gonna wait. She's gonna come by. I forgot to tell her she should put her phone on do not disturb. I put mine on. She probably got a phone call or something from work or one of her brothers or sisters. You know, you never know with Hajara. Let's pop on this TV, see what's happening. Come on, Hajara. Come on back to me. Okay. There she is. She's back. You know
my
what, babe?
data.
I forgot to tell you before we started to put your phone on do not disturb. So if you get a phone call or something, it won't knock
No,
you off.
actually, my data went off.
Ah, you're the man. So you bought data that quick?
Yeah, I remember like we do mobile money and all that. So I had money on the mobile money. So I
Oh,
just had
okay,
to buy real quick.
okay. Well, I
Yeah,
have my
so
phone on. I have my phone on do not disturb. So if anybody calls me, it's not going to interrupt.
oh, I'll do that as well. But it's already late really. I don't have someone to call me at this time.
Better not.
Mm. It's
So
like
where were we at?
ah after
Oh, we're
with
talking
you
about.
planning.
Yeah, we were actually planning for the civil
But you know
union,
what?
and I still hadn't
I think
proposed.
I think
We were,
somehow I knew you were going to propose because you know what? I knew because I know you had already took my ring size,
mhm.
but I think you are talking to Judith, my sister, and I think you are asking her how you want how I would want to be proposed to. So she would
Oh
always ask
yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah. That reminds me. She helped me pick out the ring. I forgot when I was picking out the ring. I had like three or four different pictures, and they were like my top three or top four favorite. And I sent them to her, and I asked her, which one is your favorite? Which one do you like? And she picked the one that you have on your hand now. Um, I asked another friend of mine, his girlfriend at the
Taurus.
time, Taurus, yeah. She picked
Mm-hmm.
the same ring. So that's how I went. I had two women pick out the same ring, and I liked it too. It was my favorite ring out of all four. And that's really what helped me decide, which ring to pick because I didn't have any experience, buying engagement rings. That was my first one. That was my first
Yeah.
time even thinking about being engaged or getting married was with you. So I had zero experience buying rings.
Why did you wait for so long?
Picky.
Picky.
Yeah, yeah. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for that special feeling, that special someone to make me want to get married and not have any anxiety or fears about it. And I didn't have any of that with you, so I was like, "Let's go."
Let's go. Yeah, because Judith would always ask me like, how do you want Brandon to propose? And I'm like, why? Why are you asking me this question all the time? Like, yeah, I just want to know like how do you want your engagement to be? And I was like, I really don't care. I just want him to propose. I didn't care if you want to do it at home or if you want to do it big, like what people usually do with all the flowers and all of that.
Hmm.
But I think I used to tell her like I really don't care. I want it small and intimate, and it would be even just two of us, and I would be really okay with it. And
Right,
that day, when you're like going to propose, it's like I felt it, and I knew you're going to propose on that day. But by the time we proposed, I was I had forgotten about it. Like I was just in the mood of having fun and dancing and all of that. So by the time we proposed, I had already forgotten about it.
right, right. We had
I was
I guess we had a family gathering that day or a house party at the apartment, and
yeah, and it wasn't
only.
like since it wasn't really something like we usually when you come around we always have those get-togethers with everyone.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, this is like any other normal day.
Could you tell that I was acting different? Because I was nervous that day.
I could remember I found you like in the bathroom. I think I don't know what you were going to do in the bathroom. Then I found you like, you need to get away from, and I'm like, why are you chasing me? Since when you be chasing me? I'm like, okay,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So you were hiding.
Yeah, yeah. I was nervous, but I was ready to do it. I was.
Why were
I
you
wanted
nervous,
to
babe?
because it's like when you've never done anything like that for the first time, and that's a big stepping stone in your life. That's a big moment in your life when you decide you want to get married, when you're ready to propose. That's a big step, and I'd never experienced anything like that, so I knew this was the point of no return. I couldn't, after it's official. There's no walking away. There's no backing out of it. You got to go through with it. And I was sure. I was definitely sure. Uh, I wanted to surprise you though, but it was so hard surprising you. You wanna tell them
But
what I
you
was trying to
did.
do?
You actually did.
How did I
Like
surprise?
when yes, you actually surprised me because when you fell down, I was like, "Oh, something is wrong with him," and I'm sure you used that tactic because like if something is wrong with you, I'll come running. Like I'll be like, "What is going on?"
Right, right. Um, I basically was acting like something was wrong with my foot. All of a sudden, I went to the ground and I started reaching around my foot like my foot was hurting, and you bent over to see what was going on. Are you okay? And then
Yes,
my
and
hand
I
is
just come running.
shaking,
I'm
and
like,
I
"Are you
pull
okay?
out
Are
the
you
ring,
okay?"
and then
You're
I
so
pull out the
bad.
ring and propose to you. Everybody's yelling in the background. You can't
I
really
had
hear what I'm
nothing.
saying.
What did you even say? Like I need to redo my proposal. I had nothing.
You only get one proposal, babe. You don't get a.
Well, since you're going to marry me 3 times, it won't hurt to propose to me 3 times.
So I need 3 separate proposals for each marriage. I got to get
Yes,
down on my knee 3 different
each
times.
wedding you want to do, then you have to do a proposal again so
Well,
that I
hopefully,
can remember.
yeah. Well, hopefully, the next proposal you'll be able to hear it.
Yeah, but I don't think you said anything, baby. You just knelt there and you're like, because everyone was just shouting.
I said, Hajara, will you do the honor and be my wife? Will you marry me?
Mm.
And you were so in shock of the ring. You didn't answer at first. You just kept looking at the ring and was like, oh. And I
Yeah.
was like, you got to give an answer, right? You got to answer.
Yes, that's what
And
I had. That's what I had. You're like, you have to give an answer. I'm like, okay, guys. Yeah. And then we got engaged. Then we
yeah,
had to go see my dad for you to ask him to marry me officially.
yeah, that was interesting. I wasn't nervous though. I wasn't
Mm.
nervous. I was ready to do it and get it over with so we could get married. I knew it was part of the culture and what I had to
Culture.
do. Yeah, and I wasn't nervous. I was expecting your dad to be strict, very
Mm-hmm.
strict. I wasn't expecting any smiles. I was expecting a real serious face and stern face, but I got the complete opposite. He's very happy, always smiling, very welcoming, uh, very easygoing, laughing, trying to make jokes. So he wasn't
Everybody
he
took
wasn't what I was
kind of the.
expecting at all.
Mm?
I I thought with his military background and everything, he'd be real strict and rigid. He wouldn't be smiling and making jokes.
Yeah, I think the funny part is like when you're really, really younger, the parents are so strict and all tough, but the more you grow up, it becomes more of your friends.
Hmm.
Even me now, I be surprised how my parents behave. I'm like, is this the same person I know? But this is another person. They
Hmm.
totally behave different. But at the same time, I think everybody kind of took it easy with you. You didn't
Yeah,
get it. Yeah.
yeah. I didn't have to do all of the Ugandan traditions when it came to getting married. They made it very easy for me. Uh, so
You
there's
have the
some
best
things I didn't
mother-in-law.
have to do, but
She
some things I
tried.
did. Yeah,
My mom tried to make everything a bit easier for you. You went through all the culture thing, but it was a bit different.
right.
Yeah.
Um, I did enjoy the part where we exchanged the beans. Uh,
Uh,
that was
you and my
the
dad.
yeah, when me and Dad exchanged the beans, and I officially became his son.
It's called Kutamkago. What is it?
Oh, why you want to do that to me in front of all in
Please,
front of all these people?
and mm?
Say it one more time, but very slow.
Kutamukago.
Koto Motango. See, I'm not doing that. That's it. You're gonna get one out of me. We're not gonna spend this whole time making me
Try
laughing
again.
at me. No, ma'am.
Try again. Try
Say it one more
again.
time.
Kutamukago.
Koto Magago. No, we're not doing that no more. Done. No, we're done. So whatever it is, go by what she said, not what I said. But it's when you exchange beans, with your father-in-law, and you officially become his son. So
Yes.
that was a cool experience for me. I wasn't expecting that, but it was cool to go through that. And then right after that, we had to get down to business with the bride prize.
Bride
All,
price.
all the fun and games were over with after that.
Yes, so the fun games are done with that. We are not going to say how much on what he paid for the bride price, but he paid bride price.
Mhm.
Yes. So if it was a bit higher or like the first price they ask you, would you still pay?
No, we wouldn't be married.
Brandon,
What? It was
you mean
Very funny.
You're not funny at all. So you mean if the price was a bit higher, I would not pay my bride price?
I'm playing, babe. It wouldn't matter how much the price is. You're worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd pay every penny.
I know.
You see how I did that, guys? How you save that when you fumble like that? You got to do that save. Save it.
Well, if we had to pay, if I had to pay for your bride price,
Hmm.
I would just let Mr. Glenn and Miss Harry to just keep their son. I'm like, it's okay, you can keep your son. He's already a lot of work.
You just turn me in like that, huh?
Yeah, I'll be like, well, it's okay, you can keep your son, but
It was a
I
good
would
thing you
pay.
didn't have to pay.
I would pay your bride price.
Well, so after we would paid the bride price, that was
We
pretty much
st-
the last
we
step
had to
before we
start
got
on the
married.
wedding
Yeah.
officially because it was like you went to my dad like, can I please marry? Can you please allow me marry your daughter? And I was
Oh, and
like,
I was
yeah.
and you had some elders that was there. Your dad's
It was my
sister.
mom, my auntie, my dad, my brother, you and me. It was like a small in Uganda they call it kuchala.
Hmm.
Yeah, we did a small kuchala, then we did the civil wedding. Brandon has to come back for the traditional wedding.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be fun.
Be yet we already married, but yeah, we planned on doing 3 weddings. He has to
Well,
marry 3 weddings so that it's really hard to divorce me.
yeah, 3 weddings. The civil, the traditional, and then the American wedding that we're gonna have when we finally get you to see my parents. We gotta have a wedding for them.
Yes, for Mr. Glenn and Miss Harley. I think your parents, I can't wait to meet your parents. They are the best,
Yeah, they can't wait
especially
to
your
meet you.
mom. Whenever, like, sometimes I look at your parents, I just see a reflection of us.
Yeah,
It's
I see
it's
it.
like it's like mirrors
Hmm.
looking into each other. But
Well, I
yeah,
guess that's gonna do it for this time. Next time we're gonna probably talk about our actual wedding day and how
how
that
you
went.
forgot how you forgot your belt because I was not home to give it to you, and your pants were falling the whole day for the wedding.
We're not, we're not supposed to tell them all that, but
Well, I have to tell them so that they see what I deal with.
mm, mm,
Mm.
okay, all right. We'll talk about my belt next time then.
You always forget everything if I'm not home to give it to you. And I wonder how you do it when you're there without me. So when you're here, like, babe, where is this? It's here. Babe, where is this? I
I
think,
know where everything is over here because this is my spot. I know where to look over here, but I haven't spent enough time over there in our house in Uganda. You've been there longer than I have, so you can find stuff quicker than I can.
babe, even though I leave something and everything, it's there. And I
Mm,
tell you, like, babe, check here, it's there. You always don't see it still.
I don't know what to say.
Remember? Okay, this is the last one. Remember when you like we started talking, and then you're like by then I think you're like 37.
Hmm.
But you're 38, 37. You were 37 making 38. And you're like, well, I'm single, I have no kids. And I'm like, you're 38 with no kids?
Mm.
No, never been married. I'm like, hell no, this is a
Yeah,
scam.
you didn't believe
He's
me at first.
definitely lying. Like, no way. He's lying. Like, how can you be nearly 40 with no kids and not been married before? If you're here, you'll be like with 6 children, or at least a baby mama.
No.
I think I need FBI and do my research very, very well. But I
How
think
do we
it's
get on this
true.
topic again? Jesus, Hajara. Okay, look, everybody. We'll talk to you
And
guys next
don't
time.
stop me. Don't stop me. I need to
Please
get
hit the like and
to
subscribe button
anybody
if you
watching
already
me, and
have
you
it.
know any FBI
Click on the
agent in America.
notification
I
on the
need
bell.
someone to do for me.
Bye,
Some
everybody.
babe. Bye, handsome.